If you've got a dog, you know that little pang of guilt when you close the door to leave. But what if for your dog, it's not just sadness? What if it's a full-blown state of panic? Well, today, we're going to break down everything you need to know about separation anxiety and how you can help your best friend through it. So does this sound familiar? You come home and the couch cushions have exploded. Or maybe your neighbors are leaving not-so-friendly notes about the nonstop barking. Or maybe you just find your dog panting, pacing, totally unable to settle down. If you're nodding along, you are definitely in the right place. And here's the most important thing to get right away. Your dog is not being bad. This is a sign of genuine distress. Okay, so to really help our dogs, we've got to get inside their heads a little bit. We need to understand what's actually going on emotionally when they hear that front door click shut. So let's dive right in. According to veterinary behavior experts, this isn't just your dog being a little nervous. No, it's a legitimate, full-blown panic attack. Just imagine this overwhelming wave of fear that's triggered by just one thing, you not being there. Your dog isn't choosing to tear up the blinds. They're in a fight or flight mode that they literally can't control. And these are the classic signs. We're talking about digging at the door so frantically they hurt their paws, howling for hours on end, or having accidents in the house even though they are perfectly house-trained. Again, these aren't random acts of defiance. They are desperate attempts to cope with that overwhelming panic. Right, this is the big one. The question that probably keeps you up at night. Why is your friend's dog totally fine being left alone while yours just can't handle it? Well, the answer is, it's complicated. You know, it's rarely just one single thing. It's usually a whole cocktail of causes. It might be what's called hyperattachment, a super intense dependent bond. Or maybe it was triggered by a big life change, like moving to a new house or your work schedule changing. And for rescue dogs, past trauma can for sure play a massive role. Sometimes, honestly, it's just a really smart, high-energy dog that isn't getting enough to do. And check this out. This number really puts it all into perspective. The American Veterinary Medical Association says that a whopping 40% of the dog behavior cases they deal with are linked to emotional or environmental factors. See, at its core, this isn't a training problem. It's an emotional one. But here's the most important part, the really hopeful part. This is completely treatable. You can absolutely help your dog learn to feel safe and confident when they're on their own. It just takes a smart, consistent plan. So the key is understanding there's no magic wand. We have to tackle this from all sides. The strategy is all about managing their physical space to lower their stress, changing our own habits so our leaving isn't a huge deal, and of course, making sure their daily needs for exercise and mental stimulation are met. First things first, let's control what we can control. Is your dog getting triggered by every person or squirrel that goes by the window? Slap on some opaque window film. Does the neighbor's car door slamming set them off? A white noise machine or even some calming classical music can work wonders. The goal here is to create a predictable, low-stress sanctuary for them. All right, this part is on us, and I'll admit it can feel really unnatural at first. We have to stop with the long, dramatic, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you so much" goodbyes. Just grab your keys and go, and when you get back, fight that urge for a massive, excited reunion. Just walk in, wait for your dog to calm down, and then give them a quiet hello. This teaches them that you coming and going is totally normal, not a huge, dramatic event. This one is an absolute game changer. I mean it. A dog that's just buzzing with unspent energy is a dog that's primed for anxiety. A really brisk walk or a good game of fetch right before you leave can make a world of difference. And those puzzle toys you stuff with treats, they're amazing. They turn your dog's focus from, "Oh no, they're leaving," to, "Yes, I have a job to do." It can turn that stressful alone time into productive, fun time. Okay. Now, what's so interesting here is how clear the divide is. Everything on the do side is about building security and confidence. And the don't side? That just builds more fear. Punishing a dog for being anxious is like yelling at a person for having a panic attack. It just makes the trauma so much deeper. And tools like anti-bark collars, they might stop the symptom, the noise, but they do absolutely nothing to fix the underlying panic that's causing it. So let's say you've done all this. You've created a zen-like space, your exits are super low-key, and your dog is getting plenty of enrichment. But that panic is still there. Hey, this is not a sign that you failed. Not at all. It's just a sign that it's time to call in an expert. But who exactly do you call? This distinction is so critical because getting the right kind of help can be the difference between making real progress and just getting more frustrated. So let's break down who does what. Here's the easiest way to think about it. A dog trainer is like a teacher. They are brilliant for teaching skills and manners. Things like sit, stay, or please don't jump on my guests. A canine ethologist, on the other hand, is more like a therapist or a psychologist. They diagnose and create treatment plans for the deep-seated emotional issues, like phobias and severe anxiety that are actually driving the behavior. But your absolute first call, and this is non-negotiable, should always be to your veterinarian. They need to do a checkup to rule out any medical problems that could be causing or contributing to these behaviors. After that, they can give you a trusted referral to the right kind of professional for your dog's unique situation. Just remember, what you're doing is fundamentally rewiring your dog's brain to feel safe when they're alone. You're helping them unlearn a really deep fear. And that process takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes a whole lot of patience. But the trust you build along the way will make your bond so much stronger. And that really brings us to the final, most important thought. Your dog's anxious behavior isn't just a problem that needs to be fixed, it's a message that needs to be heard. It forces us to stop and ask, are we really seeing the world from their perspective? Learning to listen to what their actions are telling us, that's the first real step toward becoming the person our dogs already think we are.